Sawadee Kap. Good afternoon, everyone. Jaydeep. My name is Shane Rice. I'm the Trade Counsellor at the Embassy of Ireland here in Bangkok. So I'm just going to speak to you quite briefly. I'm not an expert on IPs. I work at the Embassy, but here on behalf of my Irish Whisky Association colleagues. So I'll just run you quickly through the importance of GIs to Ireland and a bit of the background on Irish whisky and why we consider it such an important um, aspect of our work to protect it internationally, working closely with our colleagues in the EU IPO and elsewhere. So beyond Irish whisky, Ireland has 11 GIs, which range from bread to lamb, salmon, cheese, and to meat. But I think our liquors are some of our most famous, including Irish whisky, Irish poitín, and Irish cream liqueur. So you see some of it out here today. Um, since the 90s, Ireland has had these GIs, and Irish whisky has been a GI since 1989. It's yet to be recognised in Thailand, but we're working on that at the minute. And as you've heard here over the past few days, GIs are critical in protecting the integrity of products, ensuring their quality and their authenticity, and preventing imitation and kind of weakening of the brands. Um, so yes, that's that. Irish whisky is also very important to our economy. So since it's undergone a bit of a renaissance in the past 40 years. So back in the 1800s, there was 70 Irish distilleries. And in 1960s, there was only two remaining with the one owner, Bushmills and Jameson, which you'll find here. But since the 1980s, it's undergone a renaissance, and there's about 40 distilleries now, and that number is growing and growing every year. Similarly, you'll see shortly, the trade of Irish whisky has grown significantly over the past decade also. Thailand is a smaller market for Irish whisky, but it's growing strongly, 37% in 4 years, which is quite significant. And we're looking good for the next few years as well. So we're hoping to grow that here with a number of Irish companies setting up here in market, including Jameson and some of the others who you'll see here as well. And the Irish Whisky Association has been set up since 2014, and that brings together all these distilleries, some of the more established ones that you'll be familiar with, and also these new ones that are growing and maturing quite rapidly as well. But I guess, what is Irish whisky? So Irish whisky has been distilled in Ireland since the 12th century. It's believed that monks brought perfume making skills to Ireland, and we found a way to turn that into alcohol. In Irish, my native language, Ishkabaha is what we call Ireland, aquavitae, the water of life. So quite literally, it's something very critical to Ireland and something that we're very proud of. So we spent 900 years perfecting Irish whisky, so we are very proud of the product. But this is the GI specifications of it. It's on the island of Ireland, so Northern Ireland and the Republic. Um, it's pure. There's no additives added to make it ferment or distill it further. And it's got its characteristics that make it especially Irish. I've been asked quite a few times what's the difference between Irish and Scottish whiskey, and I'm told, and I don't say partake in Scottish whiskey too often, but it's Irish whiskey is smoother because it's not smoked with the peat that they use in Scotland, apart from a few exceptions. But that's the main difference. But this is where we're at now, and that's what we use to clarify what used to identify what an Irish whiskey is and what we're looking to protect. So this, as I said, the trade stats have grown significantly over the past number of years, and it continues to do so. Board BIA, our Irish Food Board, there's 374% in Asia since 2019 in terms of growth, which is quite a staggering, and we're hoping to see that continue to grow in the next couple of years. So this is where we have our GIs at the minute, and of course, being Ireland, we like to paint the world green, not just on St. Patrick's Day, but all year round. So you can see the variety of places we have GIs across the African continent, nearly all of the Americas, and growing numbers here in Asia, with Thailand soon to be green, I hope. Um, yes, so GIs are registered with our Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine, and they're supported by the Irish Whisky Association in ensuring that anything called Irish whisky is properly Irish whisky. As our colleagues from France have just gone over, there's a lot of work goes into this, exploring the market, finding imitators and challenging them as well. But because it's brand Ireland is very strong, and Irish whisky is a stronger brand than most. So similar to our colleagues from France, there's a lot of effort underway to identify imitators, whether that's in market or otherwise, and going with that. And the shared narrative, yeah, Irish whiskey you can trust. That's a thing that we are very, very confident in. So in protecting that brand and making sure that the product that's out there is quality, it's premium, and it's safe as well is important. So that's one of the advantages of the GI side of things. Um, yeah, I think this Irishness is a thing that's been used elsewhere. You see here about the US, an example from there. Um, but it's not Irish whiskey. It's Irishness, but it's not Irish whiskey. So that's something that we're working hard to challenge where we find it, and to work to overcome that. Um, Consumer protection, as I mentioned, imitations are a danger in a lot of things. We don't know the quality of them. We don't know how they're made, the origin of a product. Not only is it cheapening the brand, but it's also putting consumers at risk, and that's the importance of the GI to ensure that. Um, yeah, you just see. I'm not going to read off the slides. That's fine. But yeah, reputational damage as well, which comes from imitation products, challenging the brand of Irish whiskey. And yes, more challenges. So we're very proud that Irish whiskey is considered a premium product at a premium price for a premium market. But that's under risk whenever we have imitations coming in at a cheaper price, not living up to the quality that people expect when they consume Irish whiskey. And you see here the super premium category is recovering quickly after COVID, and strongly it's going to grow at the fastest rate in the next few years. So that's something we're very happy with, and we're working with our colleagues here in market to expand that. And another risk is the e-commerce, that it's easier for products, lesser quality products, to market themselves as Irish and harder for us to crack down on that. So there are two of the challenges that we have there, is recovering after COVID, after the challenge, and also combating fakes essentially out there. No, I've gone off. Yes, so Sinead, that's a very brief overview of Irish whiskey from me. As we say in Ireland, sláinte, which is cheers. So thank you very much. Cock and cap.